Well, good morning, guys. Today is a big day. It's a milestone. In fact, we're gonna start finishing the inside of our log cabin. I'm gonna measure it off. I'm gonna do a material takeoff list, and then we're gonna head up to the pines because we're gonna make the floor joist out of some dead standing pine. If you guys, if you guys are just tuning in and you want to see what our progress is, we can see we've got no floor. We've got lights. We got lights hanging on. Come on, make light. Light. All right, we got light. We've got no floor. We've got a little bit of temporary construction light. Blinding. We're gonna create floor joists that go from side to side, and then we're gonna use our ash that we milled up to go from front to back. One single board. I think the max width was 15 inches across, which is a huge board for a floorboard, so it should make short work of that. It's kind of the sign of the times right now is that the material is crazy expensive if you gotta go buy it. So it's important more than ever to kind of be self-sufficient, self-reliant, and make the stuff yourself. We're gonna head up onto the mill and we're gonna find some sticks that we can flatten out to make our floor structure, because I ain't buying it. All right, so we got our material list all set up. We gotta head on over to the mill, and on the way I can do a little bit of housekeeping around here, and by housekeeping I mean feed stuff. So I got the chickens to feed, I got the fish to feed. I don't know if you guys watched that video where my brother and I, we went and collected some trout and we put them in the pond, and everybody said they were gonna die, and see, there's the pond. Aerators aerating. See if we could feed them, and actually I could show you. It's hard to, they're so itty bitty, and let's see if I can toss some food at them. Food. Store my food in my sauna. See? There's some food. Food? Food. Put on this one-handed food tossing. See if they come. See if they come say hello. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. Oh, they're there. See them? Nice one. Chum the waters. Here, fishy. Here, fishy. Well, anyways, they're in there and they're eating them. Maybe we'll get a better footage. I only have a wide angle lens on this camera, so you kind of need a close-up lens to actually get a better look at the fish. Maybe I can work on that. Anyways, off to our task at hand is to make floor joists for our cabin, because we've already got our floor milled up. We've got to get that done, and yeah, so it shouldn't take that long. We just got to find some pine. And like I said, it's been a long-term project cleaning up these pines of the dead standing, so taking some pines, making it into something I need. This one here is a pretty good candidate. You can see how it's just kind of standing there dead. Bark's all come off, it's probably pretty dry. It's kind of in the way for all the other new growth. So those are the trees I'm looking for. I need about 9.5 feet or so. Not too wide, but the plan is to take them and flatten off one side to give us something to nail our floorboards onto. But as you can see, there's not, you don't have to look far. There's lots to choose from, like this one here. Oh, sticks. Got one there. That one might be a little too thin. But we can even get, closer we can get real close to the sawmill. Now we don't have to drag anything too far, but there's some really monsters in here. So now that we've got all our trees cut, we're gonna take the time and we're gonna set them all up on the mill, and we're gonna give a flat spot on the top in order for our flooring to sit on. So I've never actually tried to do this before, and I guess there was a couple of comments that said I should have flattened all the logs when I did the log cabin. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to try the button pass method, and the primary reason why I didn't, even consider it when I did the button pass logs on the log cabin itself is because they were all the way over there, and I had to get them all the way over here in the middle of winter, which would have probably tripled or quadrupled the work. So these guys were, you know, easy to get to. They're about 4 to 5 inches in diameter. They're like popcorn fart dry. These guys should be ideal candidates for floor joists. And I know there's going to be people out there going, well, they're not thick enough. You know, you should be using a 2x8 or a 2x10 or something like that. The thing with a full-size tree is that it's got all the hardwood. It's got all the, you know, the tensile strength of a log. So it's only going around. It's spanning about 9 feet. And it'll probably going slightly more than 16 inch on center, probably like 13, 14 and a half inches on center. And again, the logs, actually the floorboards themselves are 1 inch thick. What's neat about these log stops is you can adjust them depending on how long your log is. So what I did was I actually adjusted it from a 4-foot section over to a probably about an 8-foot section. But as you can see, there's more over here, so you can adjust to make your stops longer depending on how big your stock is you're milling. So it's adjusted for a 9-foot roughly log, and then you got your thing that holds the log there. So should be secure. All right, guys, we're ready to rock. We got all our material all set up. Just doing the inspection on the door. Doesn't it fit like a glove?
Like a glove.
So guess what, Don? We're putting a floor in today. We got to make it level. We got to probably, you know what we should probably do is rake out all the organic material underneath here to give us some less, you know, that old building smell that you get when you have an old building. It's because it's organic material. So if we rake it all out, and then we set our ringer, we should probably empty it first. So that's what we're gonna do. So Don, the people they really missed you last episode. Did you know that? They were actually the last two, because this is this will be 2 episodes where Don wasn't here, but he's back.
No, just one, isn't it?
Well, there's one that's coming up that you don't know about yet.
Okay.
There's another one that you're not in.
Okay.
that's coming up. We shoot these in advance, but anyway, people are like, "Where's Don?" That was the in the comments was like, "Where's Don?" You know, you give him maple syrup and you tell him he did a good job, and then you fire him. I didn't do that. Don's got other things to do, you know. He does do all the work, but stuff does happen when he's not here. So what did you do, Don? What were you're on vacation for it seemed like 2 weeks.
It wasn't really a vacation. I had things to do at home.
Yeah.
Income tax time.
Oh yeah, it's income tax time.
Various things. Yard work.
Yeah. So spring cleaning. That's basically what I chalked it up to. Was Don was doing spring cleaning. You gotta maintain the home, right? We're back and we're doing some flooring. And we're gonna cook. We're doing fireside lunch today. Or is it fireside? We're doing on the fire lunch today. We've got Don's got a couple burgers he brought. Like I got some the old faithful hot dogs. So we're gonna get our coal bed all set up, and in the meantime, we're gonna do some work while we're making a coal bed. We're making a coal bed, making a floor, getting stuff done. Yeah, some people were saying this is gonna be Don's retirement village. This would be your little hut, Don's little retirement hut in the bush. It's not a bad looking retirement hut. You need a few more amenities. What do you need in there, Don?
Well, electricity. Which I guess we have a power pack.
Yeah, we got the power pack. You need a place to lay your head, right? We need a bed. We need a little kitchenette. Yeah, we're gonna set this thing up. But first, we gotta get the floor. We gotta start at the ground level. Well, I guess we started at the ground level like many moons ago, but usually people have floors in. So this is like the old school balloon framing style, where they would build the structure of the house and then they'd put all the floors in afterwards. That's old school. If you guys look up balloon framing, you can see how that, well, back in the day, that was a bad idea. Well, it was a good idea at the time, but then a bad idea once they realized that fire rages through it. But that's if you have multiple stories. If you have just one story, then you should be fine. We got it all cleared out in here. Anyway, so we're gonna do a ringer. By ringer, we're gonna add a flat board to the edge, and then we're going to notch in our floor joists that way. Don's got his fire. He likes making fire. We gotta maintain that thing. Well, I put a chalk line from end to end. I know both of my edges are level. And what I'm going to do is actually put my my cross joist to the underside of the string and use my bracket to attach it to the log on the wall. And hopefully, in the end, it'll make me a flat floor. It's kind of like arts and crafts meets floor construction. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but well, this is the way I'm going to do it. Sit her on there. What you got today, Don?
I've got a chicken burger.
Ooh, chicken burger. Oh, it's battered and everything. This is pub style. Pub style chicken burger.
It's much like a McChicken.
I love McChicken.
And it's still frozen.
Still frozen?
Still.
I got some hot dogs. So yeah, we decided to cook lunch out here at the cabin today as opposed to bring in lunch because it's, you know, why not? So we got our grill, our usa.com grill. These guys hooked me up with a grill, so might as well use it. I use a coupon code too, so we'll put that down in the description if you guys want to pick yourself up one of these guys. This is they're stainless steel grill. They're great for backyard cooking. You got a little fire pit in your backyard and you want to cook something. This thing is a grill for life. This thing is built like built like a tank. Anyways, got any words of wisdom, Don? They want wisdom.
Don't come to the wrong place.
Well, guys, I'm pretty happy with that floor. The spans, it's a little squeaky. Uncertain, but these ones aren't squeaky. Huh. I've got one extra floor joist left over, and I think I'm going to support the middle of this floor. I think there's a little bit of deflection in the middle, and I think the middle post will help get rid of the squeak and firm up the floor a little bit. I am going with 1-inch lumber on top of everything, so maybe even allowing it to, or preventing it from bowing in the middle, which wouldn't be good over time. So we'll support it, and then it'll be like basically every 4 feet there'll be structure. So that should it's kind of like a going above and beyond. Do I think it's going to move if I didn't? Probably not. But I have it, might not use it. And then we'll be ready for the flooring material. She darn near engineered.
Am I gonna be in your way here if I,
No.
put another coat on this?
Well, hey guys, I figured, you know, it's a rainy day, so might as well go for a tour. My buddy Les is he's working on a job here, and he said, "Do you want to come by and have a look?" So I said, you know, why not, right? Because everybody likes neat stuff. So the story on this building was what year is this thing made? 18 something?
Oh, 1860. 60s, I believe.
It's an old print shop. You can kind of, I think you can tell because these hanging light bulbs everywhere. Does this even work? Does that work? So he said, "Come on by, have a look, see if I want to take anything." So I'm just having a look around. This one might be a little far gone. I don't know. I don't really like lead paint, but there seems to be a lot of that in here, and some these kind of I like these light fixtures. I don't know why I like just hanging bulbs.
Because they're primitive.
That's right. Primitive hanging light bulb fixtures. You can just sit there and bat. Wes is working on a table. He's working on a tabletop out of some old wood. Side projects. You always got to have side projects to kind of keep you busy. So this is the front of the shop. So this would be the storefront. You'd come on in and, you know, the old cabinets where they would, I don't know, they'd have print stuff. Show off their wares. You can buy this typeface or books or pamphlets or thingamajiggers. This is what I was most interested here. This is the, it's a shear, a really big paper shear. And I imagine, you know, it's got the counterweights and the, anyways, it's a big hunk of metal. There's this thing, big old arm. Well, that's how you. I got her. I got her out. We don't want to actually. We don't got any books to cut. But anyways, you can modify this. So this is what I was looking at. This is the big hunk of steel. Even if it was repurposed into something else. Again, I don't know what I'd repurpose this thing into, other than it's really cool. But you know, you guys said you guys were interested in having a tour, so I'm bringing you guys along. This is what I do on rainy days. That's a fancy light fixture. That was somebody that said, you know what, I'm not going to a big box store and buying a new light fixture. I'm going to make one out of tinfoil boards and some wire. That is special. I imagine this place was retrofitted for power. What do you think?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, if it was that early, it wouldn't have had any kind of electricity.
It would have had gas bulbs or something.
Yeah.
Gas, like propane, or I guess it would be oil lamps.
Oil lamps and that's about it.
And then it would have been retrofitted to, was it knob and tube wiring, which you can see. There's a lot of knob and tube wiring, and it's got the plaster and lath with the horsehair. This is going to get a complete, I believe this section of the building is going to get torn down, and they're going to put some new stuff in here. So everything here is up for grabs. Not quite yet. They're just currently using it as a shop, kind of like a storage area. But yeah, you can kind of see all the neat little shelving and the doohickeys. The thingamabob holders. Look at this.
That's part of a California job case.
California job case. So they type settings in here?
Well, the type would be in there,
Yeah.
and then the typesetter would hold a smaller sort of board. I don't know what that's called. I don't remember. I did take printing in school, and he would pick all the type from the.
So this is how you pick your font.
Yeah, and he would set all the type for the whatever they were printing.
So they call it a typesetter, and then this would be this is how you pick your font. It was a little harder back in the day when you had to pick your font. You had to pick it out of this little shelving.
You actually have to pick all the letters, every letter. So.
Pick all the letters. You don't even get a typewriter. You get to pick all the letters and all the fonts. You probably didn't have that many fonts to pick from.
Probably not. No.
So you're building a table. This is a table out of some, what is it? It looks about
It's
1.5 inch by about
16.5-inch board. It's part of an old, actually, California job case itself, the cabinet for those. And it was broken, and we've just repurposed this as a tabletop. You can see this is just the inside of the cabinet.
Yeah.
And
So this here is going to be a tabletop. You can actually see them really good on camera. Is the actual circular saw marks that were in the board when they originally sawed it. So he's going to use this as a tabletop, put some legs on this guy, and this will be
two more smaller ones that you can actually see where the drawers slid in here.
right.
These had these pieces all in here, and the drawers holding the type all slid in there.
That's pretty cool.
It's just repurposed, you know.
Making something new out of old stuff. That's pretty cool.
100-year-old wood or more.
The shellac in here it's good stuff. That's where I come for the good stuff. You can see this cabinet behind here that you're working on.
That's another cabinet I'm just using as a workbench.
Yeah, it's another typeface cabinet underneath. If you got the time and you got the skill, it's not hard to find neat stuff. Like even this stuff here. You got old tongue and groove. I don't know what's that. Probably fur. You can see the grain. The grain is very tight. Old growth. But again, it's probably like 150 years old. So we got a question for you guys. What do you think this thing is? I think it's an old switch for some sort of a telephone system. We had thoughts it might be a doorbell
Or a primitive alarm.
I think it's an old fuse of some sort for a telephone system. Anyways, you guys can talk about it down below. I'm curious to see what you guys think of what that thing is. We'll try to figure it out. So as it turns out, I get to take it with me. That's pretty cool. But I gotta take it apart. Look at the size of that rail thing there, the cutter. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this thing, but it's cool. I got Dawn coming. Dawn's gonna come help. Kid in the candy store. Giant, heavy metal thing. Turn! Turn! Watch that doesn't just kind of like just barf everywhere. So easy, yeah. That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Steering wheel!
A stool or a steering wheel for your Model A.
Yeah, you hit something and lose your teeth. Everything's a brick. That thing's in the road. Well, we got it all loaded. Again, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing, but good low-hanging fruit. If anything, at very least, it's scrap metal, but I hope it's not going to be that. It's going to be something else, maybe like coffee tables or something like that. Something's going to be reused out of it. It's very niche-y. It's very, you know, steampunk, very heavy. You know, it's really cool. Maybe you guys got some ideas for this. Put them in the comments down below. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that. That was fun.